this is a beginning for them.
We welcome you to War Memorial Stadium on the campus of Washington Lee High School. It is the Wakefield Warriors and the Washington Lee Generals. Greetings, ghosts and goblins. We hope you're going to have a wonderful Halloween weekend, but before you do that, enjoy this game with us. Afshin Banab and John Moriarty here. A big game in the Arlington County rivalry. It is Washington Lee, it is Wakefield, it is Coach Shapiro, it is Coach Powell. John, I'm looking for a good game. We know what Anthony Taylor did last week against Edison, but Wakefield has a good defense, and anything can happen in an Arlington County matchup.
Anything can absolutely happen. And Wakefield's quarterback, Drew Powell, had a big game last week, threw for 158 yards. He'll be looking to score some touchdowns tonight. I'll tell you what I noticed, just the first thing tonight was that the Generals came out of the tunnel looking like some ghouls and goblins.
They did, didn't they?
A lot of energy, and they are pumped up for tonight's game.
We'll see if that translates. We'll see if they can translate that, move that onto the football field as they get set for the coin toss. Washington Lee defeated Edison last week, 38-12, and what a game Anthony Taylor had. He had a big game. He rushed for about 190 yards. We're not quite sure exactly how many. And there was one report that said 183, one report said 197. But nonetheless, he had 5 touchdowns, 18 for the season, John. No. You know they're going to use him. They're going to use him tonight against the Wakefield defense. But like you said at the outset of the show, watch out for Powell because he is all over the field on defense, not only as a quarterback, but on the defensive side as well. There you see a good look at Gunther, Taylor, and McClellan, two of the offensive linemen for the Washington Lee Generals. Their final 2 games, we actually are covering the final 2 games here tonight between the Wakefield Warriors and Generals, and next week we'll be back for the Yorktown Patriots and the Washington Lee Generals. Right now the Generals are battling for a playoff position. They are 4-4 overall, 3-2 in the National District, good enough for 4th place. If the playoffs were to start today, they would be in as the 6th seed. Actually, as I have it, 5 teams from the National District would be in the top 8. I credit Frank Haddock for that. We appreciate the information he's given us on that one. Wakefield lost to Yorktown last week, 39-13 in the game that we covered. There we are on the screen. Welcome you to our broadcast booth. They've got a home game tonight they play Mount Vernon tonight, and then they have a home game to finish the season against Washington Lee next week. Or against Mount Vernon next week. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the Wakefield Warriors. And the Warriors are 1-7 overall and 1-4 in the district, good enough for 7th place in the National District. Falls Church rounding out the National District in 8th place. Interestingly enough, Frank Haddock was telling us that Falls Church even has a chance to make the playoffs this year due to Annandale having to forfeit a couple of their games. So they even have a chance with their sorrowful record, I should say. Once again, if you can't hear John, it's because we have technical difficulties up here in the booth. John's got the mic, the handheld now. Maybe that'll work.
So let's talk about why it's important for W&L tonight, because they are still in the hunt for a playoff bid.
If they started tonight, they would be in the playoffs. If the playoffs started tonight, they'd make it as a 6th seed. But like you said, it is important. They need to win this game. They need to win next week against Yorktown. They move that seeding up, and they have a better playoff position. They might even get a home game out of it, but that's we'll see about that. Wakefield will receive this one. Yorktown plays Mount Vernon tonight. Patriots can clinch the National District with a win. They'll get the title. Kudos to the Majors, by the way. Winless last year, coming into tonight's game against Yorktown. Mount Vernon has a chance to clinch the district as well with their two wins in their final 2 games. The fans are up and at them.
They are stomping on the seats, and it's quite a rumble here in the stands.
All right, Luis Torres set to kick off. Opening kick, it's a squib kick. And this one will be picked up. Player is down. And that looked like Deshaun Osborne, mysterious number 10, we believe, right?
That's right.
Deshaun Osborne, who picked it up and he fell to the ground. So Wakefield will take over. And they'll start off in their own territory, of course.
There have been a few players that have had that number 10 on for Wakefield this year, and whomever's been wearing it has been making big plays.
Yeah, they have. The last couple
more of the same.
Last couple of weeks especially. It's been Nega, it's been Osborne. We'll see what Osborne does with it tonight. So the Warriors start off on their own 29-yard line. Of course, Drew Powell, the quarterback. A little confusion on the line right now. Let's see what they're doing there. See if we can clear that up for you in a minute. Okay. All right. Frank was telling us Luca had a towel wrapped around him. He can't have it where he had it. Blocking for Powell tonight, Ostlin, Voitsberger, Gaskins, Jallo, and Kopanic. Those are the boys in the trenches for Drew Powell. He's got 3 receivers to the right side to start off out of the gun, 1 and 2 on the left. 5 receivers on this formation. A bit of a high snap. Powell goes up.
To go big early. He's got a man.
He's got a touch. He's got a catch. Crosses the 40 to the 35.
That looked like it was Osborne. Straight out the beginning of the game. Number 10, big play.
Drew Osborne already from the first set.
Let's take a look at this replay.
Nice up top. Good pass. Nice catch.
Powell had him all along.
And who was it that made that tackle? Anthony Taylor stopped him from going all the way. All right, now. Powell again out of the gun looking. This time he's going to be taken down. A host of Washington Lee Generals on that. 3 or 4 players in on that sack.
Yeah, just because Wakefield is 1-7, you can't sleep on that.
Nope.
We saw that last week. Yorktown was down at the end of the first quarter, 6-0. I mean, this is a team that can put some points on the board. They've had some problems with penalties and turnovers, but that doesn't mean they can't come out here and win this game.
4-yard loss on that sack. El Alami in on that tackle on the sack. All right, 2nd down, 14 now. Powell out of the gun, the bad snap. He picks it up. He's going to have to try to run it. And he's going to get hit again hard, too. Comes down, still on his feet, gets close to the 30-yard line. Maybe got to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe even got another yard or 2 out of it. He worked his butt off on that one, John. He worked his butt off on that one. Poor snap, of course.
It's hard to tackle, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who didn't try to tackle him on that play?
Nate Young was in on it.
We'll take you back 3 weeks to Stewart when he just kept running until nobody was tackling him. No one ever blew the whistle. And Powell ran right into the touchdown.
Right in. You remember that play? Great play. I have to call that one of the best plays of the season thus far. All right, now 3rd down and 7. This time a high snap, Powell. Again, he breaks one tackle.
Ball sprung loose. Ball's on the ground.
Let's see who gets it.
It's a tug of war.
Washington Lee says they have it, and they do.
And they do. Marshall Anders came up with that play. It's like he got the potential sack and the strip and the recovery. Let's see this. Again.
Nope, the strip
no, it was
came,
number 60.
Nope, yep, the strip. The recovery was Marshall Anders, but number 60, Ian McClellan on the offensive line for Washington Lee, came up with that one.
Nick Freed was in on that too, number 63.
All right, now Rico Salguero, the quarterback for the Generals. He is under the gun. He's under center. I mean, there's a nice handoff. You know who that is. That is Mr. Taylor, crosses midfield. Good blocking on the left side of the line. Herrera, Ebert, Gunther, McClellan, and DeFee are the offensive linemen for Salguero. Those are the guys in the trenches who block for Salguero.
And the Generals don't waste any time handing it off to their man, Anthony Taylor, who was coming off one of the best games of his career. 5 touchdowns, as we mentioned before.
Yep, he's got 18 for the season. Looking for more tonight. All right, Salguero now with the handoff. There's Taylor again to the near side. Crosses the 40, the 35. Taken down finally. Marquette Parker brings him down at the last minute.
And this could be a familiar theme tonight.
So 2 big plays for Anthony Taylor right now. There he is. Breaks 1, breaks 2 tackles. Stays on his feet. Parker finally brought him down. So in 2 plays, he gets to the Wakefield 31-yard line.
Taylor coming into this game with 1,059 yards rushing.
All right, this time out of the eye, Salguero again to Taylor. This time he goes up the middle, breaks a couple more tackles. He gets about 4, maybe 5 yards on that one.
Solid tackle there by Israel Cruz.
All right, Keyshawn Brathwaite now comes in. Fred Williams going to take a break on this one. Nate Young, the receiver, to the far side. Give him 5, 2nd and 5. Seth Whitmore, the receiver, down low on the bottom of your screen. Salguero, this time he swings it out to Keyshawn Brathwaite. Good running by Brathwaite. Still running.
Did he get in?
No, it looks like it is. No, it is not a touchdown. They're going to down it, maybe about the 4-yard line.
The 3 or 4 yard line. Let's take a look at this again.
Look how he swings it right out to Keyshawn Brathwaite.
Nobody there to get him, and he turns the corner, breaks a few tackles, and almost got in for the touchdown.
They call it right at the 4. It looks like, John. So it's right there. There's a little slow mo there.
Let's take a look at this slow
Nate Young
motion.
there going with him.
He's down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's down right about the 3 or 4. All right. Now there's the handoff to the up man. You know who that is. And there's a touchdown, Washington Lee. That is Fred Williams, Washington Lee. So Washington Lee gets on the board first.
Fred Williams.
At the 8:44 mark of the first quarter. Fred Williams just bounces that one in.
Fred Williams, just a sophomore, so he's just getting started.
All right. There's movement along the line. So the Generals take advantage of a quick turnover early on, and they take that opportunity and march down the field. 2 big Anthony Taylor runs, but it was Fred Williams who marched it in from 3 yards out.
Here we go.
Another
again.
flag. Well, Interesting. Obviously, that was against Wakefield, so Washington Lee looks like they may go for 2, John.
That ball is right on the half-yard line.
I like this move. Definitely like this move. All right, out of the I formation, Salguero under center.
Taylor and Williams.
Yep. And this time it's Taylor, and he gets it. He gets that 2 points.
Good crowd out tonight. Good general crowd.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking down there near the gates. Are still filing in, John, little by little. And the band is, they're having a blast tonight, man. Like you said earlier, they look like they could be 60 or 70 strong in the band. It's a big band Washington Lee has. There they are. Bands are as much of a high school as any other group. All right, now 8:44 to go, 8-0. 2-point conversion after Fred Williams' 3-yard touchdown run.
They're playing a Paula Abdul song, right? That
sounds like it.
Cold-Hearted Snake.
Cold-Hearted Snake.
Those kids were, the band there is probably born around the year that was the #1 hit.
That's right. As Casey Kasem would say, we take you back to the 80s on America's Top 40. All right. Here's the kickoff, another scooch kick.
Osborne unable to break free on that one.
Nope. This time he got a couple more yards out of it. He's up at the 33-yard line. So Deshaun Osborne, that was our mystery man the last few Wakefield games, number 10. He's been Nega, he's been Osborne. I think been a couple different players. He's been Louis Green, I believe, at least one game.
Let's talk a minute about this this Wakefield rushing attack. They've got multiple running threats. They've got Louis Green, who's run for nearly 400 yards this year. Terry Davis run for 185. Lavell's run for 180 plus. Devon Parker 163. Drew Powell running for 162 yards.
Right.
I mean, this is a team with a lot of guys.
A bunch of people, yeah.
Pick up yardage on the ground.
And that is Louis Green. Speaking of him, Terry Davis, I believe, is injured, and he's probably not in this game tonight, unfortunately for the Warriors. But like you said, they got a bunch of guys they can run. You see Anthony Thomas right there. 3-yard run for Louis Green, 2nd down 7.
Copy that.
All right, there is the handoff from Powell. Nothing doing there. By the way, the officials for tonight's game, Mike Goldman. He is the lead referee. Jim Velez. They give Washington Lee does. They came up saying they had it. The officials took a while to acknowledge it, but Mike Goldman, the referee, did acknowledge it. Jim Velez, the umpire, the lineman, John West, the line judge, Kenny George, the back judge, Jeffrey Lang, and Tyrone Taylor up here in the booth with us, our electric clock operator. So Washington Lee takes over at the 32-yard line. There you see the replay of the fumble. And you can see they were reacting like there was a fumble. But they were reacting it was a little slower than most reactions.
Last week against Yorktown, Wakefield did fumble the ball 5 times, losing 3 of those fumbles.
Salguero to Taylor, nothing doing. Nothing doing there. And Louis Green on the stop. No gain on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 31. 7:35 to go here in the first quarter. Arlington Independent Media, Afshin Banab and John Moriarty, and the rest of our fabulous crew on a cold fall evening here at War Memorial Stadium. All right, 2nd down 10. Ball on 31. Salguero now. Again, the handoff. Taylor gets about 5. Interesting, I was reading about Salguero. question was posed to him, what do you do, what's the furthest you've ever been outside of Washington, D.C.? And he says, Greenbelt, Maryland. He goes, what do you do out in Greenbelt? And he says, I'm a BMX man. And he goes out there with his boys, and they have fun on the BMX, man.
I like that.
You know about that.
That's cross-training. I got a BMX bike myself. Yeah, absolutely. Get into those extreme sports. Football is an extreme sport.
There's the pitch to Taylor. He crosses the 30 to the 25, still on his feet, down at about the 23-yard line.
Taylor takes a toss off the right side.
Nice little run on the right side for Anthony Taylor. Victor Lavelle on that stop. Good pitch, by the way, John. Breaks one tackle. Spun him a little bit. If he didn't spin, I think he would have picked up even more. All right, this is 4th and short, and they're going for it. Taylor, the lone setback. 2 receivers to the left for Salguero, 1 on the right, and there's movement on the line. This may be against Wakefield. It'll be automatic first down if it is. Yep, encroachment on the D. So Washington will get the first down.
Early penalties. Let's take a look at who jumps off sides there. There's a little motion there on the right side of the line.
It's showing blitz, too. There it is.
64. Jumping off sides.
Yep.
Last week we saw a game full of penalties. We saw over 200 yards in penalties.
Oh.
Last week, Wakefield, Yorktown.
Oh, what a penalty-filled game that was. What a game that was, full of penalties. Frank was telling us it actually came down to 193 yards last week at Wakefield, and we saw Wakefield and Yorktown. Next week, John, of course, we are right back here. Our finale, our regular season finale between Yorktown and Washington Lee. Always one of the greatest games to do during the season. All right, Keyshawn Brathwaite in the slot. Nate Young on the near side. The bottom of your screen, he's the wide out on that side. 1 receiver on the far side. Out of the gun, Salguero. He is looking for Young. Young catches it, and he scores. Touchdown, Washington Lee. So at the 5:37 mark, Nate Young gets a nice little catch.
We've got to see that again. Watch Nate Young go up and get this ball. Just beat the defender to the ball.
Yeah, Thomas Naga. Thomas Curran he beat.
That's Nate Young's 9th catch on the season. Keep in mind, he's averaging 23 yards a catch. Big plays
in the vicinity of. Oh, this kick is blocked at the line.
Extra point blocked.
Yep. But that keeps the score. That keeps the score pretty even. Here's Nate Young. Look at him go up, and Curran is right there on his back. Actually, looks like Curran might have even touched the ball. Almost got it out of his hand, but
Curran got a piece of that, but Young was just strong enough to bring it in.
He held on to it, and he carried it in. So Nate Young with a catch. I'm not sure how many yards that catch was. 18-yard catch. We got 18 on that one, okay.
That gives Nate Young 9 catches for 199 yards on the season.
How about that? How about that? All right, 5:37 to go, 14-0 Washington Lee. First quarter, 5:37 to go, I should say. The Generals, off of 2 turnovers, do what you should do, capitalize. They scored touchdowns twice. All right, Torres now on the kickoff. This time, he gets it right up there, and it looks like that is Louis Green who gets it and crosses the 30. Green on the return there. Keyshawn Brathwaite on the tackle. So we'll see what Powell can do here with 5:31 to go in the first quarter. First and 10 from their own 33-yard line. All right, Powell now. He's got Curran on the near side out of the I formation. There's the fake handoff. This time he gets hit from behind. Ball is loose. They call it incomplete, though. He was sacked.
And Powell is not happy.
No.
Hit from the blind side. That's lucky the ball went out of bounds. That could have been a fumble.
Yep. Yeah, Diallo gets him from behind.
I'm not sure that anyone even blocked Diallo. I think he had a straight shot.
Yeah. There's Drew Powell, the 6'1", 218-pounder. Big guy. Second and 10, ball still on the 33. All right, looks like almost out of the same formation again. There is the pitch. That's Louis Green once again to the far side. He doesn't get much out of that. He's taken out of bounds.
Popped out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage marker.
Yep. Yeah, Keyshawn Brathwaite gave him a good hit on the far side. Gave him a good hit on the far side right by the marker, as you said, John. Here it is. Boom. Actually, that wasn't Keyshawn Brathwaite. That was Anthony Taylor.
You know, until I started calling these games, I didn't realize how many high school football players play offense and defense.
Oh, both sides of the ball. Oh, yeah. All right, third down. There's a fake pitch. Powell across the middle. This one is almost intercepted down the left side.
That was number 3, Keyshawn.
Yep, Keyshawn Brathwaite again.
Brathwaite got a hand on it.
He is everywhere, isn't he? Here's the replay, John. Nice little fake.
Powell had an open man, just couldn't quite get enough on the ball.
All right. Cagianessa now to punt. Brathwaite standing on his own 38-yard line to receive this one. And he'll move up to the 40. He's got a little bit of running room. Finds a hole up the middle. Comes back to the left side. Nice run back by Brathwaite.
Brought down by the kicker, Luca Cagianessa.
27-yard return. Officially a 26-yard return.
We've got a general down on the field. He's back on his feet. Let's see what happened here.
Gil Elliott, number 6, looks like. Seems like he's okay. Fred Williams returns to the game. Seth Whitmore, the receiver, on the near side. Nate Young on the far side. This will be first and 10, ball on the 34-yard line out of the I formation. Salguero now with the handoff to Anthony Taylor. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe one. Maybe.
Wakefield all over that play.
Well, they certainly were. That's what you got to love about Wakefield, John. They do not give up, no matter what the scoreboard says. You got to like that.
That's right.
All right, second and 10. Ball still on the 34-yard line. No gain. Nate Young, the receiver, to the far side. Seth Whitmore again on the near side. 4:06 to go. 4:05 and counting here in the first quarter. Taylor, nothing doing. It seemed like they're starting to read Taylor a little bit better. All right, W&L calls a timeout at the 3:54 mark, John. While we have a moment, don't forget we will be back here next week. And the visiting Yorktown Patriots play these same Washington Lee Generals.
Tonight, Yorktown playing a big game against Mount Vernon.
Absolutely, they're playing Mount Vernon. Right now is the playoff stand. If they were to start today, Washington Lee would make it, Mount Vernon would make it, Yorktown would make it, Hayfield would make it. A bunch of teams from the National District would actually make it among those top 8 seeds. Yorktown will be the number 3 seed, believe it or not, as McLean and Stonebrook would play each other. They're the 1 and 2 seeds. McLean 8-0 on the season, which is a bit of a surprise by some, or some say. But these are big games for seeding purposes, and I'm looking forward to next week's game. You'll be here for that.
Oh, you know it.
I'll be here. Frank Haddock might be here. Lots of people will be here. All right, 3rd down now and 10.
Oh, that ball sprung loose.
Fred Williams didn't get a hold on it.
And who jumped on
Wakefield says they have it. We'll wait for the official.
And Wakefield's
no.
Wait
for the official. Wait for Mike Goldman.
There seems to be a little dispute. I saw now they're saying Wakefield ball.
All right, I guess it's Wakefield's ball. I keep saying wait for the official, but they don't even know.
I saw Wakefield, then W&L, then Wakefield. So
here's the handoff to Williams. He just lost it. I don't know if he expected it. He didn't look like he was expecting it. Charles, if we can get another replay, possibly after this live play, he just didn't look like he had his arms up to get that ball. All right, Powell now. There's a nice throw to Anthony Thomas. Anthony Thomas bull rushes his way close to the 40-yard line. Here it is. I want to watch Fred Williams, John. He's the up back here. Well, no, he's got his hands up. So there was something wrong with the give on that one, I guess. He didn't take it out.
Looks like Luca Caginesa hops on that ball.
Yeah, so either Fred Williams just didn't pick it right or Salguero just didn't hand it off right.
Well, much like last week, a lot of early fumbles.
And we got some penalties. 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down 10, ball on the 38. All right, now Powell looking, rolls to the near side. Better get away.
Lets it fly.
Yep, he lets it fly. He's got a man open. This one is caught. That one is number 19, Raquan Hobson. What a catch. What a throw.
Drew Powell is so elusive. Watch him roll out here. Dodge out of one tackle. Lets it fly. And Drew Powell just finds the time to make plays.
And Nico Burns stops Powell stops Raquan Hobson on that one. There is a flag on the play.
We've got a general down on the field on the Wakefield
way back
30-yard
at the 30,
line.
yeah. Way back at the 30.
And that was the player that was trying to sack
Drew Powell
in the backfield, and it looks like he kind of came down awkwardly, possibly on his shoulder.
And that is Fred Williams.
How many times this year have we seen Drew Powell make a big play when it looks like the play is done, when he looks like he's cornered?
About 4 or 5 times a game. Here it is again. You are so right, John.
Look how many blue jerseys are on top of him, and still manages to find the open man. He is at his best when under the most pressure.
They call roughing the passer on that, so tack on another 15 there. So that ball moves inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, 14-yard line maybe. But you are so right. It's been a joy to watch. It's been a joy to watch Drew Powell, man. All right, Thomas Kern and Raquan Hobson now, the receivers on the near side. Powell has 2 on the far side. And he is out of the gun. First down, he's going across the middle. This one is complete. Ooh. Nice hit. Nice hard hit by Anthony Taylor.
Terry Davis.
Yeah. Running back on running back. What a hit.
Good for him for holding on to that ball because he did get popped. shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Let's see this again. Let's see if this is shoulder-to-shoulder. Boom, that's football at its best. Not an illegal hit.
Powell now with the handoff. That looks like it's Louis Green. Scampers his way inside the 5.
I think he's down right near the 1-yard line.
Nope, this one is mark this one about somewhere around the 3 or 4, John.
Oh, really?
Let's see, 2-yard line now they call it.
But it's first
close.
and goal.
First and goal no matter what. 1:55 to go here in the first quarter.
I think you give this ball to Louis Green.
Powell keeps it himself, and he gets in.
Well, there it is. Just like that, touchdown Wakefield Warriors.
And they make a game of it.
And Drew Powell is a big guy, 6'1", 218 pounds. And behind that strong line of his, just gets in there. And how about that offensive line? Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, the offensive line never gets enough credit.
No, they don't, do they?
And those are the guys who are really in the trenches.
Here's the extra point. Oh, low snap, bad snap. Actually,
Bobbled.
Powell picks it up. He's still on his feet. He's going to throw
fly.
it. This one is incomplete. Almost to Thomas Curran, the intended receiver. He almost got that one, John.
You know, as soon as that ball ends up a fumble and Powell ends up with the ball in your hands, you're sort of waiting for him to just magically
What's
do
he
something.
going to do?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
As if that's an advantage.
All right, there's Powell now.
Gets bobbled, beats one man.
He beats one guy, and he does unload it. Look for Curran. Anthony Taylor was right on Curran, too. Yep, 1:45 to go. You were talking about the offensive linemen, Oslin, Voitsberger, Gaskins, Jallo, Kopanic for Wakefield, trying to do the best they can for Powell. In this case, Powell is just on. He has to be on the run all the time, though. It's hard, especially when WNL puts on that blitz. But they don't get the credit they deserve. You're absolutely right.
He's a warrior. He's also, I would call him a gunslinger. He's ready for
Powell?
any sort of showdown.
Yeah.
And often throwing off of his back foot or in some sort of position where he's being trailed.
Yeah, he's almost like a contortionist too. He's spinning and. All right. Taylor now to receive the kick for the Generals. All right, Big Luca now to kick for Wakefield. Let's see what he does with it on the near hash mark. This one goes down the sideline, and it is picked up by Nate Young, who crosses the 20, the 25, tries to bounce it out to the 30, stays on his feet, cuts it back inside the 30, the 35, crosses the 40. He's finally taken down at the 42-yard line. Good run by Nate Young.
Strong run. Nobody could seem to wrap him up.
He was not going to be denied. 1st and 10, 1:34 to go. They mark it up to the 43-yard line.
So check out this replay. He has a big hit on it here. Boom. Just runs right over one Warrior. Breaks 2, 3, breaks a few tackles.
Good.
Impressive return from Nate Young.
Good return. 1:34 to go here, first quarter. Salguero now out of the gun. Looking. This one's complete to Nate Young again. He's got open room, crosses midfield. The Wakefield 40, the 35, inside the 35-yard line. Down to about the 33.
He is fast. You can see why he averages 20-plus yards a catch. Lowers that shoulder, too.
That was just a little bit over 20. That was about 21, 22 yards on that reception, that catch and run. 1:15 to go here, first quarter. Salguero out of the gun. He's got running backs on either side of him. Different formation for Josh Shapiro. This one goes to the up man. That is Gil Ellie who gets it. He was an injured player earlier. Sort of a wildcat formation there. Salguero was in the center. He had running backs on either side of him, and they flipped it to Ellie. All right, not much on that play, inside of 40 seconds now. Hold everything.
30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Washington utilizing their second timeout.
You got to love what Shapiro does, though. I mean, you never know what kind of play, what kind of formation, what kind of scheme, what kind of execution he has in mind. Play in and play out. It's not even a series, it's a play. And you got to love that creativity.
That's right. And I think that's reflected by his quarterback's play. Yeah, he's got over 500 yards on the ground. He's got nearly 500 yards in the air. They spread the wealth. Different receivers, different backs. You can always go to Anthony Taylor, but they've got a lot of weapons. And Shapiro likes to use them all.
He does year in and year out now. This is his fourth season here at WNL. 30 seconds to go. First quarter. All right, Salguero now under center. He's got 3 receivers, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Salguero with the fake pitch, being pursued. He's got to turn the corner. He does. He gets to the 30, the 25, cuts it back in, gets a couple extra yards. Nice run by Salguero. Close to a first down, John. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter, and they'll probably let this one run out.
I think this was linebacker Derek Bell. Hot on his tail. Salguero managed to find that corner.
I love the cutback right there.
Yeah, fearless. Looking for those extra yards.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. By the way, Israel Cruz on that stop gets Salguero just short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and short as they move across the way, come to the other side of the field. 14-6, Washington Lee on top.
Salguero's 5'8", 155 pounds, but
he's a welterweight.
He's a welterweight. Like Oscar De La Hoya, he'll get in there for the big hit.
And he's not afraid to take a hit or give a hit. WNL on top 14-6. They scored at the 8:44 mark on a Fred Williams 3-yard touchdown run. Anthony Taylor on the 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. Then with 5:37 remaining, Nate Young on an 18-yard touchdown catch. The extra point failed to make it 14-0, and then with 1:45 to go here in the first quarter, Wakefield's last possession, Drew Powell on the quarterback sneak, a 2-yarder, to make it 14-6. Their extra point was no good as the snap was bobbled, or the snap was actually no good. Powell picked it up and tried to make something out of nothing, but he couldn't. So that's where we stand as we open up the second quarter, 14-6 from War Memorial Stadium. Washington Lee and Wakefield, Afshin Banab, John Moriarty, and the rest of the Arlington Independent crew. Glad you could join us tonight on Comcast 69 or Verizon Fios 38, whichever one you're watching us on. There we are. Welcome back to our broadcast booth. He's John, I'm Afshin. And we're gone, just like that. we pointed to you guys.
And here comes
All right, yep, here comes Anthony Taylor, and he's not getting anything. You know what? The last 4 or 5 plays Anthony Taylor ran, he hasn't gotten much. They're keying in on Taylor now, John. So we open up the quarter, but no time went off the clock. So I guess we get to do that one over.
Wakefield and Coach Powell may have his number, at least for now. If they can shut him down, they will shut a big part of the Generals' offense down.
Let's see what this... Okay, there was some call, I guess, on the defense. Was that what I heard? Okay. All right, they got a sideline warning, it looks like. So now clock starts ticking. 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 24-yard line. Still some confusion up there with Mike Goldman, the head referee tonight. There he is. He's a Notre Dame grad. I'm telling you, they need some Michigan guys out there, man. They'll run things more smoothly. Out of the eye now. The handoff to Taylor to the right side.
Oh,
cuts it around the corner, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Anthony Taylor.
You just can't give him any room or he'll break free. That was a quick touchdown. Look at his quick feet. Look at this replay. Once he sees that running room there, he's gone.
Good running by Taylor.
Touchdown, Generals. That'll be Taylor's 19th touchdown on the season.
24-yard scamper for Anthony Taylor. His first touchdown of the night. All right, now Torres with the extra point. Snap, hold, kick.
Oh, and it bonks right off the front of the goalpost.
How about that? How about that?
Both teams having some difficulty with the kicking game.
Yeah. So the Generals up 20-6 now. So that 2-point conversion,
Here it is
there
again.
it is.
Right
at
off
the top.
the very top, too.
So John, that 2-point conversion then is all for naught. They had one extra point blocked, and then this one was missed. All for naught, really. So it's 20-6. W&L. You know what they say, right? As you see this again.
Here we go again. Right at the top of the goal.
Right at the top. But you know what they say? All these always come back to haunt you in the game. We'll see. 11:31 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, just 2 days before Halloween, if there's ever going to be a haunting on the field, this would be the time.
Yeah, we hope you have a great Halloween. Be careful whatever you do out there. Or I guess I could say be careful whatever you did last weekend, right? Since this game is going to be shown a week later. But nonetheless, we hope you enjoyed it and hope you enjoy the weekend you're watching us in now. What are you for Halloween, John?
I don't have my costume yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to get you something, man. All right, Louis Green now deep to receive for the Warriors. Torres with another squib kick. And this time it is picked up by Green. Gets up to the 30, and he's just held right there. Whistles all over the place.
Green
and they're still
refusing
fighting
to go
for
down.
it. Yep.
There's some pushing and shoving going on the field now.
Yep, as I was just saying, he refused to go down, and there's a flag on the play. Let's take a look at this play again. And this one goes against W&L, first of all. Here it is. And he picks it up right about the 29-yard line. Doesn't know what to do with it there. He looks like he's in trouble with Raquan Hobson. Almost looked like he was wanting to hand it off. It looked weird. Or Hobson didn't know where to block. Something like that.
I saw a similar shoving match during the World Cup last summer, and the announcer described it as some argy-bargy going on.
Some argy-bargy.
That was some definition argy-bargy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's the arge and there's the barge. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wakefield. They get caught on that one. That was what the flag was for, so they move it back to their own 22-yard line with 11:22 to go. 20-6 W&L up.
And Powell calling all kinds of audibles here.
I think it's just he's got a problem with the formation he doesn't like. He wanted Hobson on the near side. He called him back over, and now he had to call a timeout. Yep, this is a Wakefield timeout with 11:22 to go. And he's upset. He wants to know what kind of formation we're supposed to use for Wakefield. You love that intensity. I love that intensity he brings to the game. Like, let's call the right play, let's do it, and execute it. You're talking about the leadership, John. We have difficulties again with John's equipment. All right, 11:22 to go now, 1st and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. All right, man in motion. There's the handoff, and that is Deshaun Osborne. And they key in on him really quickly. There's a late flag.
Personal foul, face mask on the Generals. Personal foul on me for talking too close to the mic there. Wow. Okay.
I can't hear anymore, man.
Sorry to Ken Briley and the production band.
All right, that penalty went against the Generals, so they move it up to the 30-yard line. All right, now, Powell under center. There's the handoff. Players flying everywhere. Gets up about 5 yards on that play.
We've seen Lavelle break some big runs this year.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you about that earlier tonight. I'm surprised they're not using them as much tonight. They used them quite a bit last week. All right, there's the handoff again, taken down immediately. Nice hit. Anthony Thomas was in on it. Couldn't quite get it. There was another player on it, couldn't quite get it. Anthony Thomas got the assist on that tackle.
Tariq El
Alami? El Alami again. He's been on a couple tackles tonight, a couple of big tackles. Good eye, Mr. Moriarty. Your one is better than my 4. 10 minutes to go. All right, Raquan Hobson now, Deshaun Osborne. The receivers on either side for Drew Powell. Looks like Victor Lavelle is the lone setback. He's going for Hobson on the slant, and he gets him. Crosses the 40, gets taken down.
Good enough for the first down.
Yep, good enough for the first down. Keyshawn Brathwaite on that tackle. Right there.
Powell with a quick 2-step drop. Good play. Just across that first.
Just made it. 1st and 10, 9:35 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. Wakefield slowly but surely marching up. All right, Powell now with the handoff to Louis Green. And he loses maybe a yard. Both teams now in this late in this first half, in this second quarter, doing a good job stopping the run. Both sides of the ball now. Seems like both teams are keying in on the feature running backs, Louis Green and Anthony Taylor. Inside of 9 minutes now.
Second and 11 for the Warriors.
All right, Powell now out of the gun. High snap, controls it. He's running to the near side. He's got to get rid of it. Close to the sideline, he's out of bounds.
And looking downfield, everybody was completely guarded.
Yep. Good coverage downfield. Actually, he'll take that as a sack because he lost a yard on that one as he was pushed out of bounds. So this will be 3rd and long for the Warriors. On the 39, they got to get to the 49 of Washington Lee. We'll call it about 3rd and 12. $8:38 to go here in the first half. All right, Deshaun Osborne. Got 4 receivers, Powell does. This one's a high snap over his head. He's got to get it. Anthony Taylor pushes him out of the way. Washington Lee recovers.
That was Paris Ebert who picked up that ball.
But watch Anthony Taylor. He did the smart thing. He knew he had his boys behind him. Watch Anthony Taylor on this. What a smart play by Taylor. Didn't go for the ball, knew he had his boys behind him, pushed Powell out of the way, and as you said, Paris Ebert comes up with the recovery.
Wow, what a heads-up play. Anthony Taylor knows that Powell is going to hop on that ball, knows that he's not going to try to pick it up and run with it, and just gets him out of the way.
Knew exactly what to do.
Those are the kind of plays that don't show up on the stat sheet but can make all the difference. And look at the Generals now. Have got great field position.
Salguero now out of the gun. This time again a wildcat play. This time it goes to Taylor. He's going to the corner. He scores. They go right back to Anthony Taylor, and he marches it in from about 16 yards.
Well, he earned that. Yeah, that was out of the wildcat formation. It looks like straight snap to Taylor, and he earned that touchdown because he played a big part in them getting the ball. That makes 20 touchdowns for Mr. Taylor.
He's got 2 in the first half. Snap, kick, and this kick is good. Make it 27-6. So Coach Shapiro rewarded Anthony Taylor with a little quick run around the right side. Found a lot of daylight. Scampered in from about 16. Really officially a 16-yard touchdown run. But what a heads-up play just before that. So 27-6, John. 8:23 to go here, and we're only in the second quarter. So we got some football left.
Plenty of football left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it looked like Wakefield was having some problems with their snaps there. That was sort of 3 hot snaps in a row.
Right.
And that one was uncatchable. That one just completely over the head of Powell.
You see Coach Shapiro. I'm sure he's wondering what to do about that, because he's always worried about those little things too. Any coach is, though. All right, 8:23 to go here. Oh, you gotta love this crowd. Really good crowd on hand. Torres with another squib kick. It's been a pattern for him.
And Louis Green falls on that ball.
Yeah, he just falls right on it. All right, so they'll take over at their own 25-yard line. He's John Moriarty. I'm Afshin Banab. We welcome you to War Memorial Stadium. I hope you're enjoying this game. We are too. It is 27-6, but it's still a good game nonetheless. Good night for football under the Friday night lights. That's for sure.
That's right. It's a brisk autumn night. Feels like football season.
It is. It does.
I was not expecting the Generals to put up this many points this fast.
They did. They've done it a variety of ways with Anthony Taylor. They've done it through the air. And now Wakefield needs to answer. All right, there's the give to the up man. I believe that might be Louis Green again. See, John and I, we're looking at the TV like you guys, folks. We got.
Looks like that handoff was to Lavelle.
It was Victor Lavelle. All I see is that number 3. You never know. All right, he gets 5 yards on that one. 2nd and 5. Powell keeps this one himself, and he moves forward with a little help from his offensive lineman. He gets another 3, maybe 4 yards on that one. So that'll bring up a 3rd and short.
And we've seen Wakefield run that quarterback up the middle. I wouldn't really call it a sneak.
No.
It's just a straight up the gut quarterback rush, and they've used that effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Good for 3 or 4 yards.
They gave him 4. It's 3rd and 1. Ball on the 34-yard line. There he is again. He gets the first down.
There's a flag on the play.
A late flag. He gets it's behind the flag behind the line of scrimmage. They mark him right at the 35. That's where they spot the ball. So it's close to a first down, but we'll see what the call is on the penalty first. And it goes against W&L. I'm not sure what that call was, like they were fanning the flames or something. But it goes against
flapping
W&L.
their wings. I'm not sure what that was.
Penalty on the defense, trying to fly. 5 yards, first down. Well, I guess what they do is they keep the ball right there, and it's just an automatic first down. They didn't measure it. They didn't do anything. I didn't see that the penalty was declined or anything, but nonetheless, it's 1st and 10. There's another flag. This one is going to be either a false start or encroachment, maybe a false start. And it goes against W&L, looks like. Encroachment on the D. So back-to-back penalties with 7:09 to go here in the second quarter. And they move that one up 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 5 from the 40 now.
We just saw Powell talking to Coach Powell on the sidelines.
All right, Raquan Hobson on the far side. See him way over there by the numbers at the top of the screen. Powell has receivers everywhere, but he gives it to his running back. And that is Victor Lavelle, and he doesn't get much, maybe a half a yard is what they give him. So it's going to be like 2nd down, 4.5. And that is literally a half a yard where they marked it. 6:25 to go here, second quarter. 27-6 again. Washington Lee on top. All right, Curran down low, Hobson up top. This time he goes into the slot. This one is incomplete. Actually, it is a loose ball. It must have been thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
It was.
Yeah.
It was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and we've seen that play in college football a few times this year and in the pros where players think the ball is dead. It's still alive.
Behind the line of scrimmage means the ball is live if you don't catch it. And that's what it is. Exactly. You're a good call, John. Right behind the line of scrimmage. And Louis Green just thought the play was over, but it wasn't. And it looks like the ball just rolled out of bounds anyway. So fortunate for Wakefield. So this is now 3rd down.
Lucky break for the Warriors there.
3rd down and about 3. Powell will keep it himself, and he does get the first down as he falls forward. Gets a few yards out of that one, moves to the left side.
And we've seen drives like this from the Warriors before. They march the ball up the field. Question is, can they hold on to the ball? Can they turn this into a score? We know they can get first downs.
Right, and they are, and Powell just got that first down, so it's 1st and 10. Ball at the Wakefield 46-yard line, 5:50 and counting here. First half action. Deshaun Osborne, the receiver on the near side now. Far hash mark, Wakefield, looking for Osborne to go. Powell goes the other way. He's taken down hard.
Just too many blue jerseys on that play.
Nick Freed on that stop gets him from behind and brings him down. Nothing's going to get by Nick Freed.
Let's see this again.
The 6', 235-pound lineman right there. Falls right on top of him. Gets a little help from Ian McLennan too.
Looks like this will be 2nd down and 15.
This one's going to be, they lost a good 5 on that play.
But like we've said before, Powell is at his best on these 2nd and 3rd and longs, even 4th and long.
That's what this one is inside of 5 minutes, 2nd and long. Powell up top. This one is picked off. Nice concentration. Good job. That is Gil Ellie on that pickoff.
Let's take a look at this again. Let's see if Powell gets hit as he releases the ball. Yeah, he gets hit before he releases the ball. Loses all his momentum. Loses a lot of that power behind that pass.
Intended for Kagianessa. Washington Lee on the Gil Ellie interception now. They'll take over at their own 44-yard line. Nate Young, the receiver, to the near side. Out of the gun now. Salguero on the far side. He gets a man. That one's complete. Nice running after the catch. That's Seth Whitmore. Good job by Whitmore. Catch and run. Gets to the 45. It's about an 11-yard pickup. There you go. He breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Finally brought down by Marquette Parker. Whitmore comes out on this play, so it's 1st and 10, ball at the Washington Lee 45-yard line. Salguero, 4 yards deep. He's going up top. He gets hit at the line. This one's complete. Caught. Beautiful catch by Gil Ellie. What a catch. I'm sorry, Keyshawn Brathwaite. Nice catch by Brathwaite.
And
here we go.
Look at the finesse on this pass. Salguero gets some air under this one, just right over his shoulder. And Derek Bell had good position there, but that ball just lofted right over Brathwaite's shoulder.
That was an unusual, kind of an unorthodox throw. The way Salguero let that one go. 1st and 10, ball on the 45. I'm sorry, not the 45. Salguero gets it complete to Nate Young, taken down about the 11-yard line. Good catch by Nate Young.
And how about that pocket protection? Salguero
Excellent.
All day to pass.
There you see it, John.
Great play from the Generals' offensive line.
Looked like Israel Cruz brought Nate Young down there. So this is 1st down and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. They can get a 1st down inside the 1. Salguero now with 3 receivers. Low snap. Salguero on the run to the near side. Doesn't have much running room. He throws it, and this one is out of bounds.
Oh, and the referee's going to say that he was out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds before he let that ball fly.
And that one was intended for Musa Diallo. There you see big Musa. 5'11", 155-pound Musa
See if
Diallo.
his foot is out. But, yep, he stepped right on the line.
All right, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line.
Rigo's going to take it himself.
He is. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Got some running room to the corner. He could go in, and he does. Touchdown. Rico Salguero. I thought he was on his BMX. 17-yarder.
Pretty rad. That is his 5th rushing touchdown this season.
And that makes the score 33-6. That makes it 33-6 with 3:29 to go. In the 2nd quarter, snap, kick. And this one is good.
He decided to take it easy on the goalpost this time.
I think so. 34-6, John. Washington Lee running away with it in the first half.
Washington Lee looking really impressive on offense. Just firing on all cylinders.
Right.
In the air, on the ground.
On defense.
On defense as well.
Critical turnovers. And they
picking up that last interception.
3 turnovers now, the Generals. All 3 turnovers have resulted in touchdowns. Big defensive plays.
Capitalizing on those turnovers and put a lot of points on the board early here. Still 3.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
34-6 here at War Memorial Stadium. Washington and Detroit play each other. I don't think it's going to be anything like this.
Yeah, we all remember what happened last year.
Yeah.
When the Skins just thought they were going to the Lions were just going to roll over, and the Lions snuck up and won that one right from underneath us.
They Motowned Washington. Broke that 19-game losing streak. The Lions are looking good. I know they're 1-5, man, but they are looking good.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have a good team next year, too.
Well, they've looked good all year. They've
They've
won a few games,
They won a few games that they didn't get.
So yeah, they've lost a few games that they were right on the brink of winning. So
Victor Lavelle now takes it from his goal line, cuts it to the near side. Man, he was almost gone. He only had one or two more tackles. He would have been gone. But Lavelle brings it up about 18 yards, picks it up at the goal line. A nice little run back by Lavelle. Player down. The player who actually tackled Victor Lavelle is down. I think that is Gil Ellie. He got hurt earlier tonight as well. There you see Lavelle going all the way to that side, comes back, breaks a couple of tackles. Nice juke there. And Ellie, you get a good
as
shot
soon
at
as he
Ellie.
picked up that ball on the half-yard line, he knew he better create something because it might have rolled in the end zone. But a nice return from Lavelle.
Like they're working on his ankle, but it looks like he'll be all right. All right, Ellie stays in. Good move, good move there. Sean Pratt couldn't get him.
Looks like he got folded over on his shoulder.
But Ellie made sure he got Lavelle.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so they take over 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Oh, he loses the snap. Powell picks it up on it. Looks like he falls right on it. Smart move by Powell. Just to fall on it. But he didn't lose but maybe 6 inches on that one. Maybe a half a yard. So we'll call it still 2nd and 10. 10.8. 2:45 to go here in the first half. 34-6 Washington Lee on top. Good look at the band again. All right, Powell now being rushed again and taken down. Good tackling once again. Once again, that Washington Lee defense led by Ian McLennan.
And that is rare that you see the first tackler get through and bring Powell down.
And he did just that. McLennan got right on him. Daniel Gunther made sure he stayed down too, fell right on top of him. All right, 3rd down now. And long. Ball back at the 14.
Let's see if the Generals blitz here.
Powell out of the gun. Bit of a high snap. Powell has it. He's going to have to run. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. He's going to have to just go for it now. He does. Gets the first down. A whole lot more. Stays in bounds. Crosses the Wakefield 40 to about the 42-yard line. What a nice run, John. Again, a long play. 3rd and forever. And he does that. There you see it, John. Almost gets taken down from behind.
And then shows it. Look, it picks up
nice
a big block there.
Looked like Thomas Kern on that block.
That bought him an extra 15 to 18 yards.
Thomas Kern. Looked like Thomas Kern. Yep, that is Thomas Kern.
10 yards, yeah.
And he brought down McLennan on that one. And then Brathwaite brings him down.
How about that stiff arm from Powell there at the end? Tough stuff.
He's not afraid of anybody.
Boom.
Yep.
And then the body slam.
You're right. But you gotta love Brathwaite. I mean, he took that stiff arm, but he held on to him.
That's
He
right.
didn't let him go.
And that's good football right there.
He knew what. Yep. He was taught to. You're taught to do that. Some of the kids don't want to be taught to hang on after that. They want to just But he hung in there and brought him down.
And that's good football by both of those guys. As our director says, football is not an impact sport, it is a collision sport. And the director tells me that was Vince Lombardi who said that. So I think we all...
Whatever he says goes.
If anybody knows, it's Vince.
Another high snap. This time a quick out pass. Yeah, if anybody knows anything is Lombardi, you're not gonna, you're not gonna contradict him. I always remember that play from NFL Films where they show him on the sideline. What the hell are you doing out there? Just going back and forth. He's like mad at somebody.
Band is in the groove.
All right, now 50 seconds to go. 3 receivers on the near side. Powell goes to the far side. He's got a man open. Just overthrown, though. Deshaun Osborne, just a bit overthrown. The outstretched
Deshaun Osborne
arms.
had a step, but got a little bit twisted up.
Just over his hand.
Got a hand on the ball, just couldn't quite bring it in.
All right, 43 seconds to go. 34-6 now. This one is 3rd down and about 9. Powell again out of the gun. Looking, being blitzed, and being taken down.
All kinds of pursuit. That sack was number 55,
Yep.
Marshall Anders.
Right in on that one. 35 seconds to go now. This will be 4th and long. And we'll see what the Warriors do. Luka is in to punt, so Brathwaite will be deep to receive. He's the single safety for Washington Lee.
The defensive line for the Generals has been quite impressive tonight.
All right, looks like, did Wakefield call their final timeout, I believe, of the first half? Looks like it was Wakefield. So 35 seconds to go, 34-6, Washington Lee on top. Folks, 35 seconds to go here in the first half. So we've got a whole half to bring you guys from War Memorial Stadium. A good football night, good football game, despite the score. And a good crowd on hand. And besides, you got me and John, so.
That's right, stick around.
All right, Luka now with the punt. Kagianessa. Brathwaite will take it from his 40, breaks one tackle to the near side, gets to midfield, still on his feet, finally brought down by Mukhtar Jallo.
And it's a good thing he brought him down because Brathwaite was looking to pick up major yardage on that return.
He got 15 of those yards, 22 seconds left. Now what does Shapiro do here, John? 22 seconds left, you just let the clock run and go to the locker room? Or do you try to do a little bit more damage?
I think it's the first half, and I think you do the same thing you would regardless of the score. I think you look to try to get some yardage here, try to at least get a field goal out of this. You got 20 yards, you got 22 seconds left on the clock. Make something happen.
Looks like he's going to just knee it, and he does. And let that clock run out. Wakefield has no timeouts. I think he's just going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're up 34-6.
I guess that is the chivalrous thing to do. Maybe that's the smart thing to do.
You know.
Shapiro would know better than me, and he knows something because his team has played really impressively tonight.
34-6. That is your score, and that is not a final. That is a halftime score here from War Memorial Stadium. You are watching high school football on Arlington Independent Media, Comcast 69, Verizon 38. We are back for the second half after this. Stay with us, everybody.
Camera set and action.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Hatcher. Welcome to Arlington Independent Media. We've been serving the Arlington community for over 27 years.
AIM is in the community producing programming about what's happening in Arlington.
High school sports really represent the community in a way that nothing else really can.
Two is up.
there's a void on television for high school sports. So now we have an opportunity in this community to see the games that the kids who live here are playing in. That keeps me motivated to do it.
You just get right in there with the action. You kind of spin around the teams. You follow the players onto the court. You kind of go between the lines of cheerleaders and players. I mean, it just gets the viewer right in the middle of the action.
And I think that the Arlington community supports its high school sports, and the media, specifically Arlington Independent Media, is there to support it too.
I got Comcast and go to 69. Out of nowhere, I just see me playing. It's kind of weird. And then I hear announcers talking. I'm like, what the heck is happening here?
Right now, I'm actually wearing my Arlington Independent Media Volunteer of the Year Award Letterman's jacket. And I wear this with a lot of pride. I think that a lot of people here at AIM put in a lot of hard hours volunteering on projects, mean a lot to them. And this jacket, when I put it on, it reminds me that we're here to not only serve the community, but to develop our own skills.
At Arlington Independent Media, we say what we do is we bring independent voices together to build community.